I got your bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. They are to be ashamed. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Look at here. There you go. They're out here sharing marijuana. Look at here. There you go. The same old nasty ass people from last week. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Sitting down the goddamn corner doing dope. Corner doing dope. Dope. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Goddamn right, bitch. Corner doing dope. 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 Corner doing dope.
Hi, I have a question for you. Do you guys have a division of your police department that strictly just goes after people that make bad puns? I'm just saying, like, bad pun makers. Like, is there like a pun division? Because I know a lot of people that should be locked up this week. Yeah, okay. Well, I think you guys should consider it. Okay, thanks so much. Hey, what's up? Happy Friday, deckheads. Look who I got. It's your mascot. Oliver wanted to say what's up. It's Friday, so I try to get him in to say hello. These ears tell you right now he's not having it. He's not happy with this. He doesn't want to, he wants no part of this. Look, he don't love y'all, okay? I don't know what to tell you. Oliver doesn't want to. When we started this show, first day, he stole the show. Since then, look, he even left. He wants no part of it. But welcome to the show. I'm Barry Lemack. This is Barry on Deck. Thank you guys for being here. We made it through another week. Bad puns and all. What a week it was, right? I mean, cancel Oliver, Donna. You damn right. Cancel Oliver. That's what it's all about. Stealing my show and my limelight. Damn that cat. Hey, listen, we made it through a week. Listen to this week that we've had so far. I said I would eat a plate of dicks. You guys made hoof puns and deer puns. Apparently I'm in the head of someone and they can't stop talking about me. And then Chris Householder's shitty jokes on Warzone. So this is where we're at, but we did it and we're here. And I thank you guys for being here. Fun show planned for you today. Tons of stuff to get to. A lot of things, actually. Here's what I got for you. So obviously we've got sports, Astros, Rockets, NBA playoffs. If we have time, I even want to talk about that Masai Ujiri video that came out. I still haven't gotten to that yet, but I've got a ton of entertainment stuff. Like, if we can get to it all, which I know we're not going to, but we need to talk. Chipotle released their rice recipe so you can make that at home. You never have to leave the house again. We've got Stacy Dash news. Speaking of Dash, a little dash of Cinnamon Toast Crunch can go a long way. We've got that. Plus, it's Friday, bitches. That means lawn talk. I got two things to discuss today for lawn talk. And then joining me in the second hour, my buddy Jesse Peyton. He's a hilarious comedian. He's a show booker, poker player, memorabilia collector, all that and more. It's going to be a fantabulous time. But as you know, I like to start the show by saying, what's up to the chat? And if I can see who was first, then I know the chat hasn't been as busy as normal. And that's okay, it's Friday. Listen, I know on Fridays, things are a little slower around here on Barry on Deck. There's a few less of you around here on Barry on Deck on Fridays, and I get it. You're like, fuck this, I'm gonna, jerk off, the wife's out shopping at the mall or whatever. I understand, okay? I get it. But I will say, Keith Sager, first in today. Keith Sager, and it was so sad. If you scroll up, you can see where Keith Sager was first, Steven Usyk was second, but it was so close, and Steven, he said first, and then followed it with a, yes, finally. And then Keith Sager hit him with the, almost. I gotta show you this. This broke my heart to see this happen. Look, this is how it went down. Isn't that just so sad? It's like, first, yes! Uh-oh, stuttering Oliver. Alert. Isn't that sad? I'm sorry, little Uzi Vert. You're going to get there, buddy. I know you are, Steven, but thank you for being here. Thanks for being on the show. Thank you all. Thank you, Keith Sager, for joining as well. We're going to talk about your Venmo in just a second. Fidel Limon, I am sorry you're having a shitty day. I know you're going through some shit. I hope it gets better. I don't know what it is, but I hope it gets better for you, buddy. And if you need anything, let us know. What's up, Santos Martinez? How are you? Truckin' Taco. What's up? Was it a tie? Was it really a tie? Truckin' Taco? I don't think so. There can be only one. There can be only one. What's up, Brandon Martinez? Eric Resendez is in the building. Alan Denson checking in early. I like it. I like it. Who else? Uriel Villanueva is here. Clarence Marshall is here. I mentioned Steven Usyk already. Luis Zalea, one of our chat moderators, along with Jeremy Binniger and Chris Householder. Sandoval and H-Town 10th. Penguin Katie. What's up, Penguin Katie? Decky doo-dah, deckity day. Oh my, what a wonder. I hope it's good. I do. I hope this show is fun for you guys today. I slept late. We'll discuss. Rick C, what's up? What's up, dude? Terrence J is here. D Mata. My buddy Demetrius Mata is in the building. Chris P is here. Frank Ruiz. What's up, big dog? Frank Tony Stark, Billy Keller, Richard Vales, Justin Kelm, Alex Villanueva said, thank God it's Friday, bro. I agree with that 100%. Matt Poche is here. Danny Ariano is here. There's my little Crystal Collins. How are you, sweet girl? Total Dallas. What's up, Jen? Deanna Taylor is here. Hey, y'all. That's how I hear her say that. Hey, y'all. I don't know why. John Dory, what's up, dude? Beer time. Whiskey time. Yes. Donna Rogers, what's up, my sweet Donna? Justin Swinford in the building. Who else? Francisco Barca. No, not even close. Damn, Eric Allen, I have diverticulitis, going to get a drainage tube. That sucks. Bro, I'm sorry to hear that, man. If you need anything, let us know. All right, the Deckhead family is here for you. If you need us, please let us know. What's up, Chris Reyes? Cowboy Fam is in the building. The commercial today is Cowboy Fam teaching you guys how to cook something, so stick around for that. It's going to be good. Who else? Who else? I got to get through it. They got that. Got all these folks. Gregory Vega Jr., what's up, man? Lisa, what's up? Lisa, how are you? Who else? Aaron J. Bryant, what's up, man? Happy Friday to you, buddy. This just, look at this. Look at the titles in Chris's name. Oh, what have we done? Oh, there he goes. Andy Huggins checking in. What's up, Hug Dog? Is it okay if I call you Hug Dog? No, I didn't think so. What's up, Walt? What's up, man? How are you, buddy? Where is it? Yeah, okay. Thank you guys for the compliments on the shirt. There's a story behind this, why I bought this shirt. I just ordered it last week. I will tell the story on Tuesday when I have my guest, Donnie Houston, on the podcast. Until then, we shan't talk about it. I mean, I want to save it for that because I want Donnie to hear it as well. Where the hell did it go? I'm looking at the chair. It is. Shots up. Oh, shit. Really? I'm already drinking, Crystal. Do I have to? You know what's crazy? Is I'm almost through with this. This is almost gone. So here's the deal. One shot, because I'm drinking already all day. So this is, I'm not going to lie to you guys. Yesterday, with Indy Kalu on the show, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed it too, because that was a lot of fun. Indy is awesome, and I'm excited that he had a good time and said he's going to come back. I was a little toasty, though, going into that. By the time it was over, I felt better, but those 2 shots that early and not eating and no sleep, and I was like, woo, I am not equipped for this. So I'm going to cheers to you guys. Cheers to the deckheads. Thank you one and all for being here. If you're just here for the first time, thank you. If you're here for the 74th time, thank you. Thank you all for your super chats, your patronage, and your support. I appreciate it. I love you all very much. Cheers, deckheads. Oh, it just never gets easier with that shit. All right. Oh, Crystal, you're killing me. What's up, G-Man? How goes it, buddy? 713 Hooligan. What's up, Josh? Chris P is here. The gang's all here. Here we go. All right. Yes, I know, Donna. I'm a lightweight. I'm not a good drinker. I don't know how else to tell you guys that. I really don't. And Clarence, I love hearing this. He was awesome. Almost makes me want to listen to 790. I love hearing that. I want you guys to enjoy the guest that we have. So I'm super excited that Indy, that you guys enjoyed him. P. Jones, cheers. I can't sip, still at work, but soon. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm not buzzed already, Danny. Not yet. Give me till 2:30. Got 20 minutes away, and then I'll be buzzed, okay? I'll be buzzed at 2:30. All right, let's get into this, guys. We got a lot of stuff to get to. As you know, I like to start off the show by giving shouts out to our new Patreon members, and I'll tell you, this looks kind of sad. I'm not going to lie. It's almost like some of y'all need to like quit Patreon and then come back, because this is, when I made this, I was like, I don't even know if I should make one this week. I mean, I appreciate Derek Abbey joining. I'm just hoping we can get more. We are 80 away from 200 on Patreon. First of all, I want to say thank you to Derek Abbey for joining. I appreciate you, Derek. Your patronage is appreciated and helps to sponsor and support this show and keep it on air every single day. But we got 80 to go to get to 200. And if we had that, today would be a 3-hour show. Every Friday would be a 3-hour show. So, tell a friend. There's a bunch of different tiers they can sign up for. It's not like they have to spend a ton of money. It's not that expensive. For $24 a year, $24 a year. And the hell, if you join now, it's not even that, right? We're already in August. But for $24 a year, you can sponsor me, sponsor this show. I feel like a starving kid in Africa or something. But it helps me keep this show going, having you guys on Patreon. But really, don't do it just because of that. Do it because you get to hang out with your deckheads on the Discord server where we get litty. The Discord literally is the best thing about this show. I'm not going to lie. Fuck me, my guests, the topics, being on the Discord is literally the best thing you could do. So go join. You can do $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. You can upgrade, you can downgrade, all of that and more. You get gear, you get discounts on merchandise, which, by the way, I'm thinking about you. I still have masks left. All right. Now I did these. You guys will recall I didn't want to make masks. But you guys said to make masks. And I still have all these goddamn masks left. I had 100 made. I have like 20 to 25 left. All right? So I'm a little nervous I'm going to be sitting on these masks for a while. The shot glasses, I'm hoping it's not the same thing. I'm hoping you guys show up and show out for these shot glasses. I had 100 made. Like the masks and like the shirts, I'm probably not going to make any more because it's, as a show that's trying to get off the ground, I don't want to be sitting on a lot of inventory. That's a worry. So I think going forward, everything is going to be pre-ordered. I think. We'll see. Maybe with some inventory, but not much. So if you need a mask and you want to support the show, you can go to barryondeck.com/shop. It's right there. Look, right there. barryondeck.com/shop. You can buy a mask. And then this weekend, I plan on releasing the shot glasses. Okay? Shot glasses will be available this weekend. I did a test shipping. I wanted to make sure I could get them in the mail and get them to you without breaking. They're probably going to be, I don't know pricing yet. I gotta weigh it all. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 15 shipped if you don't have discount codes or whatever, okay? So all that's available to you. Get on there, get on the Discord. It's always appreciated. If you support the show, go to patreon.com/BarryOnDeck. And when you do, you can sign up. I'll give you a shout out when you sign up. Plus you get all the benefits of being a patron, including the Discord server. So there is your show updates. Now, let's get into some sports because we have a lot to get to and only 40 minutes to get into it. Your headlines for the day. The rest of the Yankees-Mets series has been postponed due to the coronavirus. It's not happening now. They'll probably make it up at a later time if necessary, but hey, who the hell knows? Slam Diego! Ha ha! The San Diego Padres hit a grand slam for the fourth straight game. They sweep the Rangers. They have now hit 4 grand slams in the last 4 games. That's pretty fucking amazing. I told you guys, you need to keep an eye on the Padres. Every day I tell you that. This team is pretty good. They're young. They're hungry. You know what it is? The Padres remind me of the Atlanta Braves of a year or two ago. Remember how the Braves were young and people were like, okay, maybe this team can do something. And now the Braves are legitimate contenders in the NL. That's the Padres. They're working on some shit. They get a couple of more quality arms in that rotation and in that bullpen, and the Padres are going to be giving people some fits, all right? Also, Mike Connolly is cleared to resume playing for the Jazz. He'll start in Game 3. He cleared quarantine. As you know, he left to go to be with his family for the birth of his son. He has cleared quarantine. He is back, so he will start Game 3 for the Jazz. Speaking of that, let's talk a little NBA playoffs. Here's what went down last night in the NBA. Heat beat the Pacers 109-100. Bucks and Lakers needed these wins. I mean, look, you're not supposed to, as the 1 seed, lose the first game in the series, much less really feel like you were in trouble. And I think both teams felt like, oh shit, I bet you the Lakers more than the Bucks, but you feel like the Lakers were like, man, we just got punched in the mouth. This is not good. So Lakers get a win, 111-88, pretty dominant performance over the Trailblazers. Dame left the game with a dislocated finger. We'll see how that affects him going forward. They did an MRI. Everything was okay. Bucks beat the Magic 111-96. You feel like now they got it out of their system. I think that series is over, but I think keep an eye on that Blazers-Lakers series. It's still going to be interesting, but Dame's finger could be an issue. And then you've got your Rockets. They beat the Thunder last night. Yesterday, I should say, not last night. 111-98. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't pretty, but it was a good win for the Rockets. They really did it. If we're being honest, and there was a 17-0 run in the game. I think it was in the late in the third, early in the fourth, something like that. And that was the difference in the game. And it all happened while James Harden was on the bench. It all happened while James Harden and Russell Westbrook weren't in the game. But the bench came through. Jeff Green, once again, did his thing, had 16 points. I know that font is kind of small. Sorry about that. But a good win for the Rockets. Again, doing it with defense. James Harden had 31. It looked like that maybe the Thunder had figured him out. Not necessarily true. Good team win. Good defensive win for the Rockets. You know, going into the half, you're like, uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Of course, putting up an 18-point quarter, that's going to happen on occasion if your shot's not falling, if you're the Rockets. They end up shooting, 19 of 56 from three-point range, setting a new NBA record with 56 threes. That's going to be the problem for other teams against this Rockets squad. And the small ball, Steven Adams looks like he's having his way down low with PJ Tucker, getting rebounds and putbacks whenever he kind of wants to, assuming that it's not long rebounds that bounce out to the perimeter. But the problem is that the Rockets aren't going to stop shooting. Eric Gordon was awful and just kept shooting. And they're just not going to stop. So, yeah, they're going to jack up 56 threes. And if they only make 20 of them, they don't give a shit because that's 60 points you got to match. You got to go 3 for 3 with them, which means now you're playing their game. So we're going to see if this continues to work for them once they get deeper into the playoffs. Got a little shaky there in the first half of the game. But I think the beautiful thing for me about this Rockets team is, one, the bench looks good. Austin Rivers looks good. Jeff Green looks good. Macklemore looks good. The bench looks good, and they are committed on the defensive end. And if you can get James Harden to buy in defensively, you're in good shape, and it appears that is the case. So props to the Rockets, man. Happy for them. That's a big win. They go up 2-0 against the Thunder. What's up, Marsha? How are you, sweetie? How are you? Riley? I'm sorry, buddy. Look, Riley. By the way, Riley, were you running with us in Warzone last night? Because we got joined by Riley, and I had no idea who in the fuck it was. I'm hoping it was you, because otherwise I was like, who the fuck is this person just randomly joining our Warzone? I don't understand that. Hey, Ty, much love, buddy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you buying the mask. I hope I'm going to get it in the mail on Monday, and that's when I do all the mailing. It goes out Monday. So if you ordered something and you didn't get it last week, you should get it this week. But I should have processed everything last week. So unless your order came in on Tuesday or later, you didn't get it. But if you got it in by Monday at 7 of last week, or this week, I should say, you should have had it already. If not, let me know. But Tyler, I appreciate you buying the mask, man. That helps. I don't want to be sitting on this inventory. I'm not like Marshalls and shit where I just sit around with all this crap. We got to move it. Let's get it out. But Riley, let me know if that was you, buddy. We need to get you. Oh, he said, no, that wasn't him. See, I knew it, House. We got to get you on, buddy. We got to get you in there. It's a lot of fun. It's good times. Happy Friday to you, Marsha. Happy Friday to you as well. All right, let's talk a little Astros, shall we? Where'd it go? Damn it. There we go. All right, Astros win their 8th straight, rolling right now. Put it on the Colorado Rockies 10-8. 2 5-run frames in the game. Jose Altuve getting it done from the 2-hole for the 2nd straight day. You like to see that. Average up to 190. Poor Oliver. I never thought I would say it's good to see Jose Altuve's average up to 190. That's pretty sad. Correa in the 3-hole, I like it. That happened because of Bregman's injury and him hitting the IL with the hammy. But I'll say this. When Bregman comes back, can we just go ahead and insert him in the 3-hole and move Correa down to the 4? I like that top 4. Springer, Altuve, Bregman, Correa. I'm good with that. Put Yuli behind Correa. We know you're not going to get Yordan back, so I would put Yuli and then Tucker and then whoever else you want to put, separating those lefties between Tucker and Reddick. But I'm good with that. So I like that top 4 for sure. Getting it done, putting up 10 runs. Pitching staff didn't look great. Javier gave you 3 2/3. Really, bullpen, not great, but you're going to have these outings. Sometimes you're going to have to win 10-8. Sometimes you win 2-1. Another good win for the Astros. Rockies right now are reeling. That's the crazy thing. This is a team that started like 11-3. The Rockies did. They started 11-3. They're now 13-12. So it could always be worse, Astros fans. It could always be worse. Yeah, Frank Ruiz said it never works. You live by the 3, you die by the 3 when it comes to the Rockets. That is true. We're gonna find out. Jen, thank you for the super chat, sweetie. That's very much appreciated. She said, "Shots up for my boy Pookie. Fuck that gate. I'll get you taken care of. Deckhead family." What did I miss? Okay, I gotta do a shot. Oh my god, I'm gonna be so fucking white boy wasted. I'm be like, whoa, buddy. I'm gonna start rapping and shit. You know, white dudes start rapping when they get drunk. What did I miss? What's up, Rach? Welcome back. Okay. What did I miss? Oh, fuck. I'm so sorry to hear that, truck driver Pookie. As you know, I can relate. Truck driver Pookie, I'm sorry you lost your job. I'm here to tell you, though, this is not the end. This is the beginning. Okay? I am a firm believer now more than ever, but I was always a believer in this. But after going through what I went through at Gal Media, losing my job when everything was going great, I am so happy right now with where I'm at. I really am. I'm really, really happy with where I'm at and the way things turned out. The day it happened, the week it happened, was one of the lowest points in my life. It really was. I said on air that I was embarrassed, I was sad, I was, all of those things and more that happened. And this isn't the first time I've ever been laid off. I've been laid off before. But I realized something when I got let go from Gal Media, truck driver Pookie. And what I realized is that sometimes things happen so that you become better, so that you obtain better, so that you get better. Now, am I saying that it's just going to fall into your lap? No. I put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears and hustle to make this, but I had the encouragement of the deckheads, of you guys, people like you, truck driver Pookie. I had the backing of you guys, but I also had to put in the work. This show just didn't materialize because you guys said I should do it. So what I'm telling you is, man, put in the work. Don't give up. Don't despair. It's a tough economy, and I'm being realistic, and I understand that. But when this is all over, whether it's a week from now, a month from now, or 6 months from now, or a year, I firmly believe, truck driver Pookie, you're going to be in a much better situation. And we all have your back. We're all here to help and support you. If you need anything, truck driver Pookie, you reach out to the deckheads, and we're all going to help as much as we can. We take care of each other. It's what we do. Okay? It's just what this family does. It's what we do. So if you need anything, you hit me up. Okay? All right. Danny Ariano, thank you, buddy. Thank you for making all of it. He said, let's see if we can get him to finish that bottle of Crown. All right. It's not Crown. It's something else. And I'm not going to publicize them anymore because, this show is about sponsorship too. So, all right. Here's the problem, guys. If I do these shots, I can't drink this drink. You sons of bitches need to realize I can't do this. I'm a professional YouTuber. Oh my God. I can't believe I just call myself a YouTuber. The fuck? I'm 46 years old. I'm like, I'm a YouTuber. Fuck yeah, what? This is where I'm at, truck driver Pookie. I'm a 46-year-old YouTuber with a cat that's more popular than I am. But I tell you what I'm going to do. Oh, no. I almost just want to finish this just to fucking get it over with. This is for Danny. This is for Jen. This is for truck driver Pookie and anybody else, Fidel Limon, and everybody else that's going through some shit. All right? Danny, thank you for the super chat. Jen, thank you for the super chat. Truck driver Pookie, Fidel Limon, and everybody else going through some shit, we got you. Okay? We got you. Cheers. God damn it. Okay. This is, God. You guys, I'm going to be so shit-faced. The second hour is going to be awful. I don't even know if I'm going to get him connected. Okay? Don't even know what's going on in the chat anymore. This show is off the rails already. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have to eat something at the break. I'm just going to have to go eat a bunch of tortillas and shit so I don't get all hammered on my own show. No more shots. I can already feel it. No more shots. Okay? That's it. He says as he drinks his whiskey and Coke. All right, let's get to some other stuff. NBA draft results. We do need to discuss that. That is important. Draft results, they had the lottery last night. Minnesota Timberwolves defy the odds, dare I say. End up getting the number 1 overall pick. Golden State Warriors had the best odds of getting the number 1 pick. Minnesota Timberwolves do get the number 1 pick. Warriors get 2. Hornets 3. Bulls 4. Cavs 5. Hawks the 6th pick. Detroit Pistons get the 7th pick in the NBA lottery draft. The Knicks are 8. Wizards 9. Suns 10. Which I feel like the Suns are on the cusp here. Suns are on the cusp. Spurs 11. Kings 12. Pelicans 13. Celtics 14. They get that from the Memphis Grizzlies. Otherwise, they would have gotten whatever pick if it wasn't protected, or if it was protected. If it was a top 5 pick, I believe, then next year it would have been wherever it fell, no matter what, even if it was the number 1 pick. So Memphis has to be kind of happy to giving up, I should say, the 14th pick. And if you didn't know, I'm gonna pose this to the chat. How many picks do you think the Rockets have in the 2020 NBA draft? Just take a wild guess. Do you think that it's 0, 1, or 2? I'll wait. Total Dallas, you kiss my ass. I'm not forgetting Lawn Talk. Keith Sager is a gentleman and a scholar, and he sent me a Venmo. And if you think I am not going to talk Lawn Talk for Keith Sager, you're out of your goddamn mind. All right, several people voting in the chat. Jose Lima said -2. That's not how that works. That's not, nope. Matt Poche with a 0. Sergio, none. House, none. Brandon, none. LFG, 0. Spelled it all crazy. Who cares? Crystal, damn you. Cowboy Fam, Sergio, 0. Charles, 1. SVG, 2. Marsha, 0. Yeah, the answer is 0. The Rockets have no picks in the 2020 draft. And Crystal Collins is like, who cares? Listen, just because your Spurs have a pick, whatever. Here's the thing. We know that Daryl Morey loves to use draft picks in an effort to get people, to get assets. He uses those picks as assets and people as assets to build a team. He's got nothing for 2020. So are you worried about it? No. The Rockets are set. You know, if you move stuff to get to where they're at, I like the Rockets going forward for the next year or so, as long as Mike D'Antoni is the coach. Because as built, the rumor of JVG on this team doesn't impress me. But with Mike D'Antoni, it does. So, yeah, Rockets, I don't know what it is. Let's think about this for a second, Houston. All my Houston peeps, gather around. Amongst the 3 sports, football, baseball, and basketball, your teams collectively have 0 first-round picks in the upcoming drafts. The Texans have none, the Astros have none, and the Rockets have none. Yay, Houston sports! Wow. Unbelievable. See, Terrence. See, look at Terrence. Name a Houston team that has it. Exactly. No first-round picks. You got to really do some dumb shit to not as a city, not as a team. It's not like, oh, that team doesn't have a pick. That franchise, this whole fucking city is void of a first-round pick in 2020. We fucked this up. 713 Hooligan, at least we're consistent, bro. Okay. Settle down, Jose Lima. The dash. Is there even a draft? I don't know. All right. I do want to give a shout out real quick to Keith Sager. Thank you for your Venmo, my friend. Keith sent a $5 Venmo. He said, this is for the BIFNET studio so that Lawn Talk can blow up. Keith loves him some Lawn Talk. What's up, Wessling? Long time no chat, homie. Thank you for being here, buddy. And you're just in time for Lawn Talk, Wessling. But Keith Sager loves Lawn Talk. A lot of you love Lawn Talk. Not named Total Dallas or Crystal Collins, and that's okay. So you know what? Let's do Lawn Talk. All right. First question On Lawn Talk. Now, this is from the Discord server. So if you have questions about your lawn, you can ask them on the Discord server. I capture them, save them during the week, and then we present it on Friday. Oh, Rach, can I tell you guys that I fucking love that Rachel is on board with Lawn Talk? She has a lawn. She's so fucking pumped about it. And man, that's awesome. I love when people get stoked about Lawn Talk. I do. Look, house is ready. Let's fucking go. L fucking G. I don't know. That's the whiskey. Got way too excited about that. I'm not gonna lie, Wessling. When I saw this, I thought it said I've been pooping in and out all week. They've made me take shots with John. So that's where we're at. All right, let's do Lawn Talk. Mac Daddy, 2 weeks in a row, he's had a Lawn Talk question, and 2 weeks in a row, we're going to address it. He said, I want to dress the yard. I'll explain what that means in a second. He said, in my neck of the woods, it's all clay soil. Is it okay to lay down compost this time of year, or does that even matter? And he said, should I use compost in lieu of mulch for the flower beds? And these are both really good questions. Let's talk a little bit about compost top dressing your lawn. Of all the things you can do to your yard, aerating, fertilizing, pre-emergent herbicides, post-emergent herbicides, fungicides, of all the things, mowing at the tallest setting if you have St. Augustine, at the lowest setting if you have Bermuda. For all the things that we talk about with lawns, the number one thing you could do to your lawn is compost top dressing. You guys, I did it once to my yard, and it turned around everything I had going on with my yard. It made it so much better. So if you can get a good compost, and just like my buddy Randy Lemon, which is where I got the recommendation from. I always give credit. I don't claim to just know these things on my own. But Randy Lemon turned me on to Nature's Way Resources. They have a leaf mold compost. If it were me and I were going to top dress my lawn, I would make my way to Nature's Way Resources and get a truck bed full of it, or have it delivered if they'll deliver it. That might be kind of costly, but there is literally nothing better you can do for your lawn than compost top dressing. Now, that said, Mac Daddy, based on your question, if you are going to do compost top dressing, here's something you also need to do. And I don't know how big your yard is, but you need to aerate at the same time. And if you guys don't know what aerating is, it's basically you're poking holes in your yard. And what that does is it allows water and the nutrients that you're going to add on top to get down into the soil, which helps the roots grow. So if you're going to compost top dress, you need to aerate. They go hand in hand. I wouldn't recommend top dressing without aerating, okay? But you're asking, can I do it now or does it matter? There's never really a bad time to do compost top dressing. Is this the ideal time? No. This is literally the hottest 2 weeks of the year. It's not going to hurt your yard. It's ideal that you compost top dress in the spring or maybe the fall, but it's going to go dormant. If you can get it in April, May, somewhere in that time frame. I did mine in July. The one time that I did do it, still didn't matter. Fucking yard took off like wildfire. So yes, if you're asking, can you compost top dress this weekend? Yes. Do I recommend it? Wholeheartedly. Best thing you can do for your lawn, just make sure you aerate first. So the steps are, if you're going to do it on your own, rent an aerator, aerate the lawn first, which means you go around and poke holes in it, and then put out your top dressing, get a blower, make sure you blow it across the yard and even it out. It'll seep into those holes and your grass will look fucking amazing in the fall. Okay? So I hope that answers that. I don't know what that means, Wessling. There's a weed question. I'm not answering that. Okay. I'm going to ignore the chat because I want to answer these questions. So that's question number one. Is it okay to lay down compost this time of year, or does that even matter? Yes, it's okay. It's not ideal, but it's okay. And he said, should I use compost in lieu of mulch for my flower beds? And the answer again is yes. Highly recommend that you put down medium to coarse compost instead of mulch. A lot of mulches that you guys buy have dyes, which are bad for your plants. Compost is 100% organic, so you can throw that down. It's going to prevent weeds, and the entire season, it's going to be feeding your plants. You're going to notice that your plants take off once you start using compost as your mulch instead of regular mulch. I use it. It's the only thing I use now, and it's badass, all right? D-Model said, them aerator bitches are big and heavy too. They can be, yes. I actually have, since I have 1.3 acres, I have a pull behind aerator, which has got these little spikes and it just goes around and pokes holes in the yard. And that works too. But yes, you can absolutely rent an aerator. And them bitches is big. Okay. Hal said, I need recommendations on plants to put in my new big empty bed berry laminate. I'm not really good at that. I just go off of like looks. I always recommend low maintenance shit and stuff that's going to grow back if we happen to get a freeze or something like that. So, look, I'm probably the wrong guy for specific plant recommendations. I'm more of a yard guy. I love that little sound now. That's Oliver's little stutter, his little lisp and stutter. I have 1.3 acres, Rico. It's not acres. It's 1.3. It's not even 2 full acres. So it's an acre-ish. Okay. Fidel Limon with the super chat. Thank you, buddy. Very much appreciated. But he said, how often should I water my cactus? You know what? That's the beautiful thing about having cactuses in your yard. You really don't need to water them at all. The natural rain that we get, whether it's the drought season of July to September, whether it's the rainy season of March to May, just leave it alone. You literally don't need to water it yourself. A cactus, when it doesn't get rain, is self-sustaining. That's the beautiful thing about cactuses. Nora planted a cactus garden. We have never watered that thing, and they're just going gangbusters. So I would focus on other stuff. Don't worry about your cactus. It'll grow. It's going to be fine. Cactuses, agaves, any of those dry, arid type plants like that, don't need to water them. You're good. All right, the second lawn talk question that we had for the day. Oh, nope, that's not. That's the whiskey. So this past weekend, I had to completely demolish my pool after one of those storms and the water got underneath it and floated it. That fucking sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, Mr. Keller. But he said, now I have a lot more of a backyard. My question is, should I sod or should I seed? And this is a really good question. A lot of people don't know this. Listen, there is a difference. It really depends on what kind of grass do you want to maintain going forward and what kind of grass do you have right now. So if your backyard has no grass in it, you get to pick. But if it already does, maybe it's got Bermuda, maybe it's got St. Augustine, you need to match that. And a lot of people don't know this as well, but there is no seeds for St. Augustine. You can't seed a St. Augustine lawn. You can only seed Bermuda. So if you have St. Augustine, you're going to have to go buy sod. You're going to have to go get the pallets and lay down the rectangles of St. Augustine in place. If you have Bermuda grass already established, you can absolutely seed it if that's what you want to do. So, again, if you don't have grass, take your pick. What do you want? I highly recommend you go with St. Augustine. It's a little easier to maintain, even though it's kind of a bitch when it comes to disease and what's it called? Disease and critters, bugs. But Bermuda can be beautiful if maintained, but it's really difficult to maintain. So whatever you got in the front, that's what I would put in the back. So that is my answer to you, Mr. Keller. I hope that helps. That is lawn talk. We're done. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to belabor the point anymore. Wessling. Succulent. Is this like that? What is it? ASMR? Is that what it's called? Am I supposed to get close to the mic? Succulent. Did that make you hard, Wessling? Did that make you? You're like, boink. All right. I can't believe this is my transition. This is my transition to Hemp Vita. Guys, let me tell you about Hemp Vita before we continue. If you're not on the CBD bandwagon, you are missing the boat. you're seriously missing the boat, all right? Hemp Vita has some of the best CBD products on the market, period. All of their products, the cannabinoids that they use are organically grown in the United States. You don't have to worry about that. You also don't have to worry about THC in their products. There are no THC in their products, so you don't have to worry about getting popped on a drug test if you're a truck driver, Dr. Dre on 290. If you just have a corporate job and maybe you're scared of this stuff, Crystal Collins, there's no, quote, weed in Hemp Vita's products. It's all the benefits of CBD without the side effects of THC is a good way to put it. Because look, they're literally dedicated to giving you guys all natural wellness products that are going to take care of your body. And if you don't know why you should use CBD, here are some of the things it's been known to help with. Maybe you have inflammation. Maybe you just need some pain relief like Nora. She's got bad ankles and bad feet. I tell you guys that all the time. It absolutely works for her. She comes home, her ankles are sore, her feet are sore. I rub some of the CBD gel from Hemp Vita on there. Within 20 minutes, she forgets that her feet were in pain. Like, it goes away. It's amazing. But it also helps with insomnia. I love the gummies. Love, 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 love the gummies. And if you don't know, then ask House. Ask 1,000 different people in the chat. These gummies help you go night-night. They work. But it's also, CBD has been used for anxiety and seizures and relaxation in general. Tons of different options for you at the hempvitacbd.com website. Just go to hempvitacbd.com, and when you check out, don't forget to use Deckhead15 as your promo code, and you'll save 15%. And in the chat, I see that Pink Valkyrie has said, I need Hemp Vita for the kittens. They have pet products. That is awesome. Yes, I got Oliver some CBD oil from Hemp Vita. It's to calm him down during thunderstorms. Hasn't been working putting him to sleep at night, but that's because his sleep pattern is messed up. But it certainly does relax him in times of high anxiety. So they do have pet products as well, Pink Valkyrie. Check it out. Go to hempvitacbd.com. And while you're online, go to eatitdans.com and check out their menu. David, too, and his conglomerate of restaurants has been awesome supporting Barry on Deck. And just as awesome is the food options that his restaurant offers you, including Dan's Seafood and Wings, which, if you like Asian, Latin, or Cajun-inspired seafood, you're not going to find anything much better than Dan's Seafood and Wings in the city of Houston. Their wing recipes are to die for. Plus, apparently, now I haven't had it. I'm not going to give you my testimonial, but you can ask Francisco Abarca, who literally goes to Dan's on the regular. He said the lo mein is amazeballs. He loved it. He goes as often as his wife will let him. So if Francisco loves it, I'm sure you're going to love it too. And if you haven't tried it yet, give Dan's a shot. They've got boiled spicy shrimp. It's what they're known for. Their New Orleans barbecue shrimp, their grilled platters. Look at that. In the chat, Aaron J. Bryant even validates it. Dan's is delicious. Guys, don't take it from me. Try it for yourself and listen to your fellow deckheads when they tell you that this food is amazing, fresh, delicious. 2 locations to serve you around Houston for Dan's. On the southwest side, you go to 3991 South Gessner. It's on South Gessner if you're on the southwest side. And if you're on the northeast side of town, it's on Uvalde, 18 Uvalde Road. So literally, northeast, southwest, anywhere in between that you are, there's probably a Dan's within a reasonable driving distance where you can go and get your grub on and eat and have a delicious meal. Go support them. Support Hemp Vita, because these are the folks that are also supporting the show. And if you do, thank you. Okay. Wow, it's already 2:46. By the way, I'm sweating my ass off. I think it's the alcohol. I'm definitely feeling it. Did I do 2 or 3 shots? I think I just did 2. I don't remember. But then this isn't helping. What's up, Hugh? How are you, buddy? Okay. I really don't know what's happening right now. These shots. No, Charles, go. No, listen, I'm done. No more. I have to have my faculties about me when Jesse Peyton is on the show for hour number 2. How am I supposed to hold a fucking interview if I'm lit? Okay? That's not possible. I'm just making sure I heard my phone buzz. I want to make sure that you guys didn't send me a Venmo. However, Alex Villanueva, thank you for your PayPal. Very much appreciated, my friend. You are a gentleman and a scholar. You are always supportive of the show. Alex sent $5. He said, happy Friday. Mr. Villanueva, I thank you. I thank you so much for your continued support. Okay. A little entertainment news. I think I covered all the sports. We don't have time to talk about the Masai Ujiri issue. I do want to talk about that, but Chipotle. Are we off? As Nick would say, that I say, Chipotle. Oh, that felt good. That was like a breeze. I'm so sweaty right now. I don't know why I forget to turn the AC on every fucking time. But Chipotle has released their recipe for their famous white rice, and they did it on TikTok. And I downloaded the video. Check this out.
We're gonna make Chipotle rice. First you make rice.
Hold on, wait a fucking minute. Am I drunk right now? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was? Did you guys hear that? We're gonna make Chipotle rice. That's a legit thing. That's a legit. What the fuck? Listen.
We're gonna make Chipotle rice.
I want to say that sounds awful. That really don't sound that bad. If we're being honest, that's kind of catchy, right?
We're gonna make Chipotle rice. First you make rice.
First you make the rice.
And then you scoop it out. And then you add lime juice to cilantro.
Now this is the important part here. Okay, House said Taco Bell greater than Chipotle. House is a fucking idiot. There's no way. You add lime juice to cilantro. I feel like this is the secret to the Chipotle rice. Now, we can see how much cilantro and rice they have, right? So they've got the rice. They add the lime juice. That looks like a cup. That looks like a cup of lime juice to a bunch of chopped up cilantro. You mix it up, and then I'll let them sing the rest.
Whoa. Then you add rice to that. And then you add salt, taste. And then you mix it up. And then you scoop it out. It's actually pretty easy.
That's the fucking weirdest. I can't imagine if you just watched that and you were on acid. If you just watched that video and you're super high or on acid, that just freaked you the fuck out. But that is literally the recipe for Chipotle.
First you make rice, and then you scoop it out, and then you add lime juice to cilantro. Whoa. Then you add rice to that, and then you add salt, taste, and then you mix it up, and then you scoop it out. It's actually pretty easy.
It's so fucking weird. It's so weird. I like it that he's like, it's actually pretty easy. It felt like there was more to it. Cowboy fans say that's so easy. Look, we don't know. We're not fucking, I'm not a chef, Cowboy fam. I don't fucking know, okay? It tastes complicated. It tastes like it would be difficult to make. No, I'm not adding cayenne or paprika to the rice. No. I just want the Chipotle rice as is. It's delicious. It's perfect. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not doing it. What? Is that true, Jen? Where is that? Is that true? I actually always skip the rice there. What are you living for, Jen? Literally, Chipotle rice is the only reason I go to Chipotle. And I feel so proud of myself for not saying Chipotle and then getting made fun of. My wife says Chipotle. And that's why I started saying Chipotle. Because I was like, well, she's Mexican. She would know. Nope. It's Chipotle, not Chipotle. And then when Nick made fun of me, I was like, wait a minute. What? Is that real? Yep. Fact. It's Chipotle. But the rice is the whole fucking reason to go. I don't know what you're doing with yourself. Listen, if that's not enough food talk for you, maybe this will do it. Huh? What? Yo, bitches. That might be the whiskey getting a little aggressive. They're coming out with Cinnadust. Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cinnadust Seasoning Blend. This is basically, that's a game changer. Now, I feel like can we evaluate this for a second though? Because I'm not the smartest. Cowboy Fam is smart. He knows food. I don't know food. But I feel like Cinnadust is just cinnamon and sugar. Now, it's not my cinnamon and sugar. It's delicious Cinnamon Toast Crunch cinnamon and sugar. But it says, look what it says it's great for. If you look closely, it says it's great for toast, cookies, ice cream, and more. I'm not putting that on my ice cream. You're not ruining my ice cream. No, not happening. I will put it on my cinnamon toast. I will use it to make cinnamon toast. I'm not putting that shit on my ice cream. You're fucking crazy. But I feel like it's a pretty basic concept here. It's cinnamon, it's sugar. That's pretty much it. But they're going to sell it, and I guarantee you they're going to sell a shitload of this because let's be real, Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the shit. Okay? It's really, really good. And I want to give credit where credit. Boy, you sons of bitches have me drunk on a Friday. Big surprise. Credit where credit is due. AJ Hoffman once said that he had the business idea. This is his idea. But he had the business idea of taking Cinnamon Toast Crunch milk. After you eat the cereal, you know, the milk that's left, and bottling that and selling it. Because let's be real, that's the best part of eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch. The cereal is delicious, yes. But the milk at the end, mwah, it's so fucking good. It's so good. And AJ was like, they should bottle that and sell it. They would make a mint. And he's right. So you could literally take this dust, add it to your milk. That was weird. Add it to your milk. Problem solved. I think it's pretty smart. I do. I think it's a pretty genius idea to have cinnamon toast crunch dust. Although, if you looked at the bottle, you'd probably be like, well, fuck, man. It's just sugar and cinnamon. So you can make your own. I don't know. All right, look, it's 2:55. You guys have gotten me lit. We don't have time to get into the cereal debate. But I see like Reese's Puffs are the best cereal. That's false. Cookie Crisp, not bad. Sandoval suggests that we snort the cinnamon toast dust. No, I did the chocolate. I'm not doing the dust. All right, guys, it's 2:55. Speaking of food, at the break, I've got a video for you from Cowboy Fam. Wow, I gotta stop. You guys kill me. Cowboy Fam made a video for you guys to show you how to make some delicious food for the weekend, so check that out. And then joining me on the show right after the break, the hilarious Jesse Peyton will be here. Stick around through the break. Don't go anywhere. In fact, we're at 85. Go grab some friends. I would love to get to 100 on Friday. And I know we're going to lose a few. So I need you to grab a few more and come back, bitches. I'll see you in 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. This is Barry on Deck. I am your drunk host, Barry Laminate.
Welcome everyone to another round of Cowboy Fam Eats. Today in the Cowboy Kitchen for all you deckheads, we're going Japanese. I'm going to be making you my fantastic version of ramen noodles served on a wonderful homemade dashi broth with some pork char siu, a little bit of egg, vegetables, and it's going to be great. So y'all, shall we?
Alrighty, deckheads. We're going to be needing 2 pounds of pork tenderloin,
Cut that right up, putting in a mixing bowl. Adding in 1 packet of our roasted duck seasoning you can find at the Asian market. Make sure that we are coating all sides of our pork tenderloin. Awesome. We're gonna let this marinate overnight for 24 hours. From here, now we're gonna be making our chicken broth from scratch. We are gonna be needing 1 white onion, 2 carrots sliced, 3 stalks of celery, 1 inch of ginger root, 4 cloves of garlic, 4 bay leaves, as well as 1 tablespoon of our black pepper. Now we're going to be throwing in 2 pounds of our chicken with bones. Then adding in 4 quarts of water, making sure that it's completely full on manual high pressure for 40 minutes. And voila! We're going to be discarding our big chunks. And there is our chicken broth, just like so. Beautiful. Fantastic. Now we're going to be pouring these into containers for storage. Very nice. So once our pork has been marinated overnight, we're going to be placing this onto a foil pan. Once we do that, we're going to preheat our oven at 375 degrees, placing it right in the middle of the rack, cooking it 15 minutes per side to start off with. While that's working, inside we're going to be soaking our shiitake mushrooms for 30 minutes. These mushrooms are dried, so we need to submerge to get out all the wonderful flavors. From there, we are going back outside to be flipping our pork for an additional 15 minutes, and once that is done, we are going to broil this at 450 degrees for the final 20 minutes or until the temperature reaches at 155 degrees for safety. Now we're going to be boiling our eggs for 7 minutes for a wonderful medium boiled egg. And then while that's working, we are going to be juicing out all of our mushrooms just like so. And then also straining the rest to make sure that we get rid of all the impurities. Amazing. Perfect. Now we have 2 parts of the dashi broth. The next is we are going to boil our ramen noodles for 3 minutes. Taking 1 little sliver just like so, placing that in, making sure that it's cooked to the right temperature. Al dente is what I would like to say. We're going to be draining this, giving this a nice rinse and cool down. And from here, we are going to be cutting our wonderful pork char siu nice and thin. Look at that, so delicious. Now we're going to be taking that same pot, putting in 2 cups of our homemade chicken broth, 2 cups of our shiitake stock, which will yield 1 bowl. We're going to add in just a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. And while that is boiling, we're going to go ahead and place a couple of our shiitake mushrooms right in. Perfect. Then adding in our wonderful cooked ramen noodles. Give this a nice gentle stir. And letting it boil again, which should not take but about 1 minute. From here, we're going to be dumping our wonderful contents into our bowl, just like so. Adding in a couple of pieces of our pork char siu right on top. Very nice. Garnish it with just a little bit of parsley and scallions for some amazing color. Adding in our 1 boiled egg cut in half. Finishing with just a little bit of sesame seed for some garnish. And voila! This is our amazing, fantastic pork char siu ramen with hard-boiled eggs and our chicken shiitake dashi broth. Look at that. Fantastic. As always, do like and subscribe. And please follow me on YouTube and Instagram at cowboy_fam. Deckheads, you have a good day now, you hear? Bye-bye.
hour number 2. This is Barry on Deck. I am your host, Barry Laminack. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sticking around through the break. We lost almost 15 people. The fuck are we doing? What? How do you lose? Now we're down to 69 people. We were at 85. What? Listen, I explained to you guys that, daddy asked to pee-pee. Never poop. I don't have time in 5 minutes. I'm a 20 to 30 minute guy. How did we lose that many? Get over here. Get back here. All right? We can get this to 100. I know we can. We're at 69. 69 because okay. Yeah, where did they go? That's the question. We can get to 100 deckheads. I know we can. What's up, Katie? 30 minutes. Is 20 minutes a long poop? I don't really feel like it is, Matt. I don't really feel like it is. I feel like if you were a dad with kids, the average poop time for a father is at least 30 minutes. Because that's literally the only moment you get in your life by yourself. I know that's why my dad used to spend an hour and a half in the bathroom. I know that to be a fact. Because he told us. I'll share a story with you. So, by the way, my guest won't be joining me today. Jesse Peyton was supposed to be my guest. Shit happens. All right, Jesse's got a flat. He's on the side of the road. So we are going to do hour number 2 solo. There is no guest today. Good thing I have some stuff planned for you guys. Good thing I am professional enough to know that shit happens. And so I make sure to have at least a few things to talk about. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. POP, hold it down. Oh, this may need to happen, Wessling. Hey, you know what? Fuck it, John. Call me on Skype. Let's do it. I don't have shit planned, but let's fucking go. Or as I say, L-fucking-G. I like to abbreviate the non-cuss words and use the cuss word. Yeah, and so instead of let's effing go, I like to go L-fucking-G. So call me on Skype. Let me open up Skype, Wessling. So here's the thing, though. I asked my dad, I don't know, did anybody else's dad do this, by the way? I don't know if any of you, my dad, I'll never forget one time, my dad, so my parents divorced when I was 6 years old. So I would spend every other weekend at my dad's house and every Wednesday. And on every other weekend, we would just be hanging out. Normally I did yard work and I fucking hated it. But I remember one time, I think I was there on a weekend, maybe it was a Wednesday. And my dad was sitting there on the couch watching TV, and he goes, I got to go to the library. Now, my dad used to call taking a shit going to the library. He'd be like, I got to go to the library. Because what he would do is he would go in there and read books and smoke cigarettes. It was literally his way of getting away from all of us annoying people. My stepmom, his kids. He was like, I don't like any of you motherfuckers. I'm going to the library, which meant I need to shit and I'm going to go get some quiet time for daddy. But I'll never forget, I was young, 6, 7 years old. And my dad goes, I'm going to go to the library. And I was like, oh, can I go? He was like, no, you fucking weirdo. You can't go. I'm like, well, why won't you take, I like reading. I wanted to get a book. He's like, you stupid ass, I have to shit. I was like, oh, well, I don't want to go to that. I don't want to be involved in that. Yeah. So my dad used to call it going to the library, and he would legitimately spend 30 to 45 minutes pooping. And that's where I get it from. I'm a 20 to 30 minute guy. 20 minutes is about right. 10 or less is too fast. More than 30 seems like too much. I think 20 is right on. Oh yeah, no, there would be newspapers. He'd smoke cigarettes. He'd go through half a pack of cigarettes. Yeah. Hal said, I had no dad, Barry. This hurts. Yeah, you did. He was, he couldn't walk. He would have left you guys a lot sooner if he could. Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm so sorry, House. It was the alcohol. Or not giving a fuck. Where are you at, Wessling? Where's the call, buddy? I have the Skypes open. Why are you not calling me? I guess he's getting set up. We'll wait on Wessling. I love you, Cows. Okay, listen. A couple other things that we needed to talk about. Stacey Dash and her man. Okay. Her husband is asking for an annulment to their wedding. And I want you to hear me and hear me good. Now, at one point, this picture looks like Stacey Dash if she had a really bad, like if I was on acid and saw Stacey Dash, I feel like this is what she would look like. But her husband, Jeff Marty, big surprise, Stacey Dash married a dude named Jeffrey Marty. But he filed for an annulment, and this is what he said. He said that he claims that he only took the vows after Stacey's pastor put some serious religious pressure on him. He says they got hitched on April 6th, but that's only because 10 days prior, he claims that the pastor unexpectedly and suddenly proclaimed that it was God's will that they get married. How fucking stupid is this dude? So look, I will freely admit, I married Nora because I love her and wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. I married my first wife because she pressured me into it. Did I want to marry her? No. Did I want to be there forever? No. I did it because I felt pressured. So I'm not going to say that Jeffrey's a crazy man. I mean, it's Stacey Dash. She used to have a fastball. She at one point she was hot. Not so much now. I mean, I think we can all agree. Stacey Dash isn't hot anymore, right? Not only that, she's fucking batshit crazy. But he says that he was pressured because the preacher said it was God's will. That's not the best part of it. That's not the best part. Surprise, Stacey Dash's preacher did something crazy. Who would have thought Stacey Dash would be associated with something crazy, right? Like, who would be like, oh, no, not Stacey crazy fucking Dash, but Jeffrey Marty said that his ability to consent to the marriage was hijacked by the use of, quote, hypnotic prayer techniques. I'm sorry, what? Jeffrey Marty said that they used hypnotic prayer techniques. I wish I could see this. Hypnotic prayer techniques to fool Jeffrey into marrying her. And I guess that by hypnotic prayer techniques, he means that ass. Because let's be real. If you're having sex with Stacey Dash and she's hot still, you're like, yeah, I'll marry you. Joining me on the show now.
Greetings. Can you hear me, Barry Laminack?
We can hear you, John Wessling. Is that your underwear mask? Are you still rocking the underwear mask, John Wessling?
Oh, I'm about that life, dude, every day. You know what I mean? The pandemic, you don't get to just, take a day off. You know what I mean? As soon as you let your guard down, that's when you get it. So, yeah, I've been just wearing this pretty much 24/7 while I sleep. That motherfucker ain't going to get me while I'm sleeping. You know what I mean? You can't be sleeping on COVID, dude.
Are you washing these at least? Because it is underwear.
Oh, wait, yeah. Well, that's the thing. They're in the shower. Yeah, I do it in the shower.
Oh, you wear it in the shower?
Yeah, I'm never fully naked. I'm always wearing at least this mask.
During sex too, John? I mean, listen, I don't want to pry, but you do have 11 kids. So we know y'all are doing it.
Well, we've had sex before, yes, Barry. That's how that works.
What?
But yeah, that's he goes in. I got a kid right behind me playing Fortnite here. I can't be talking about the nuts and bolts of the scenario. But
Why
yeah.
Why? Hold on. No, fuck that, John Wessling. Why would you join this show knowing you had kids in the room?
Dude,
You
earbuds.
know we're about to get filthy.
Got earbuds on. She can't hear what you're saying.
Oh, okay, good. Oh,
Say
thank
whatever
God.
ridiculous
But
shit
you're
you
not
want.
going to talk about banging it out. I get it. Okay.
Well, I mean, I would, but I mean, I'm not ready to have that talk. It's not about the appropriateness. It's just now I got to explain. I got to explain it to you. I got to explain it to her, and then the other one walks by. You know.
Have you not had the sex talk with any of your kids yet?
Well, I mean, what? What were we talking about today on Barry on Deck?
How? No. I'm curious about this. How old is your oldest?
13. She's 13.
And how young is your youngest?
4.
Okay. So, what are the other ages? You've got 13 and 4, and then you've got. Let's do it live.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Will you have the sex talk with one of your kids live?
You know, I'll start it, and then you'll see my wife just come in like Terry Tate off his linebacker and just take me out.
Well, this would be the
What are
best.
you doing?
This would be the best ever. Please sit her down and be like, so there's a penis and a vagina. And you got to say it wrong. Just teach her it wrong. So she's like, no, that's my vagina, Scotty. Like at some point where she's like, don't touch my vagina, Scotty. Well, I don't like you like that. Like, you've got to teach them wrong. That would be even better. I learned at 8.
I need to teach them to avoid boys named Scotty. Those sons of bitches.
Those sons of bitches,
Those
yeah.
fucking bad news,
Those
man.
are rehypnol guys. Please teach your kids about sex live on Barry on Deck. This will be literally the greatest episode of this show in its history now and ever.
You know what? That makes sense because we're all doing the homeschool right now because it's the remote learning. So I already decided. I tell you, they do Zoom. They do Zoom classes, and they even have PE. Yeah,
What?
PE Zoom. They don't do. My daughter doesn't do jumping jacks and shit like that when she's supposed to do a Zoom. Well, that I said is they're not doing crunches. They're not doing Kegels. They're just fucking sitting there.
They're not doing Kegels.
Yeah, they don't
even know what Kegels are because you haven't taught them yet.
Hold a doo-doo. That's the same thing. If you can hold a doo-doo, you can.
Did you literally just taught all the deckheads how to do Kegels? Hold the doo-doo. Look, I'm working out right now.
Then you have to shit, but it's not time to shit. You know.
I can't shit right now. I'm on the road. It's 2 more hours to El Paso. Been there, done that.
59 miles to the next Buc-ee's, according to the sign.
Man, I really, please promise me that if you ever do decide to eventually teach your kids about sex, you will do it on this show.
Okay, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm happy to make that.
How long are you going to wait with the 13-year-old, John? Because look, when I was 8 years old, my mom sat me down and said, listen, she had a book and she said, listen, this is a Virginia and this is a penis. And when a man and a woman love each other, the man puts his penis in the Virginia, and then 9 months later, a baby comes out. But, you know, both of them enjoy it well sometimes, unless you're married to your dad. It was a long story. Anyways, The point is, at 8 years old, I learned about sex. I learned about the birds and the bees. At 13, you still haven't done it, John?
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh.
Dude, look. She's 13, bro. She's in 8th grade. She has her own Instagram. I don't think I'm teaching her anything she doesn't already know.
When did you?
Like, you know me, Barry. You know me. Do you think that my wife is gonna loop me into something important like that? No, dude. No.
It's already been done. She might have 2 kids. You don't even know yet.
I hear I hear them moving at night. They're crafty. These little shits. But yeah, no. Well, I guarantee you that when I was out on a ship somewhere, I'm drunk in Cozumel telling jokes, and she's doing the hard work of.
And she's
teaching her child
when a man and a woman love each other, the man wants he wants you to put his mouth. No, not at 13. Don't do that.
Well, yeah, you don't really teach technique. I don't think Barry is.
This is why I don't have kids, John. Because I'd be like, man. I do not want to teach my daughter about blowjobs. Oh, this is going to be so awkward.
No.
Honey, listen. You're 13. It's time. Go get 2 bananas and meet daddy in the study.
In sports parlance, I would say, as a parent, you're more of an umpire than a hitting coach. You know what I'm saying? You just want to tell them, Here's the rules. Here's how I'm calling shit. Here's what you need to know.
Oh, that's
You're-
so funny. You're
You
the
go
umpire.
first. Yeah. I'm not
These are
giving
the
tips.
rules.
I mean, that's not, and they wouldn't want my kids. Seriously, like, what am I going to be like? Meet the Fockers? I'm going to be like teaching my kids how to handle their business. That just.
But
no,
tell the
that's
truth,
not
John.
gonna
With the boy, you're gonna be like, now look. As soon as he's old enough, as soon as his balls drop, you're gonna be like, all right, here's how it goes, dude.
I thought that was him behind me.
You're like, okay, it's all fun and games until he's in the room.
Oh no, he's already a big fan of boobs and butts.
Oh, really? How old is he?
4. He's 4.
He's the 4-year-old.
Baby.
I'm so glad you have in headphones. Oh my God, I'm so glad you have in headphones. No, but for real, I learned at 8 years old. And I remember I want to say because dude, I think 5th grade, I felt my first titty. I mean, it didn't technically count as a titty. You know, it's 5th grade.
Was it a titty?
I mean,
Or was it just like a piece of raw chicken or something you thought was a titty?
it was in the titty area. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was titty meat, but it wasn't like developed.
Is it like weird fat shoulder meat? I mean, I don't get what.
No,
How can you...
it was just, shout out to Kelly Brooks, but it wasn't like, what's up, Kelly Brooks?
Hey, girl.
Yeah, hey, girl. I know what them titties feel like all these years. No, but like, it wasn't, but that was 5th grade.
Yeah,
Are you
well,
not worried about that with girls where you're like, man, I've got to have like some sort of talk with them?
Dude, you have no idea what we've already had to deal with. I mean, yeah, we're raising girls, and they're badass shield maidens. We're not raising little wilted daisies in the fucking forest. My girl's a cut a motherfucker.
No shit,
yeah.
that's good.
So we had to teach them where to cut a motherfucker. That's a very important part of my sand snake training that we do here at the house.
That is absolutely awesome.
Yeah, I'll just say this and leave it. My kids are fully briefed on the workings of man.
Good. That's good. No, that's good. I remember my mom made it so that it wasn't awkward, right? Like she was like, it's natural and it's okay. As a dad though, I probably couldn't have that talk with my daughter. That would definitely be one of those, Mom, you need to step in. You need to have that discussion with,
Look at that one. I mean,
how old is she?
That's the 7-year-old. She's
That's
the
the
second
7-year-old.
grader.
So you have 13 and 4, 7 and
I don't know. I forgot what you said. It sounds like Powerball. I think there's a 10 in there. Did you say 10?
B9. That's a boy. That's the 9. B4.
Hey, we got
G13.
Yeah, we got G13,
B9.
G10,
B4.
G7, B4.
Are y'all done, by the way, Wessling? You got
we're done.
Okay.
Shit, we're 2 past done. I blew the stop sign. I'm finished.
you rounded third. You totally ignored Gary Pettis, didn't you? You just.
I'm hoping this constricts my airflow because I'm just trying to slowly smother myself. Okay, I'm back. Okay, it's my house.
Oh my God, dude! What have you been up to, man? We haven't done one of these in a while. By the way, I don't know if you've been watching, but the deckheads have me a little tipsy. So.
Oh, I saw you were well, it's Friday. You're supposed to drink on a Friday, right? And that you're.
That's what they say. No, I'm not supposed to. But it's what they do. You know, they make me feel guilty and then they get me drunk and then I'm supposed to have a guest on and be professional and it doesn't happen like that. So thank God you stepped in because you'll be like, well, Barry doesn't have his faculties. I'll take it from here. I mean, you are the de facto, you're the first call to the bullpen if I fall out, right? Like if I have to skip an episode, but Barry on deck has to continue, you're 1A, right? Because the deckheads would want that.
Thank you, man. Thank you, and I appreciate that. And if called, I will serve. I look at it like you're the manager, and if you get tossed out for arguing, then I'm the coach that has the card.
You're the bench coach.
Yeah. Here's what Dusty wanted. He gave me that though. It's my voter ID card, actually.
Was it really?
Yeah, I should be showing that online. Hey, everybody, look! If you want to go by my house,
look at all my info.
Fuck, man.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. So what have you been up to? I know that Shirtless Man. How did that do? That I loved it. By the way, amazing. I hope you keep doing it. I can't wait
Thank
for you to up the production value and add some nuance to it. It's going to be even better. I'm enjoying it. But what have you been up to besides that?
Thank you for that subtle dig at my production.
No. I'm saying because you talked about having character like voices, and I can't wait for that.
Well, it's hard when I make a smart ass remark, but it's only like this, so it just look like I'm an asshole. You can't see me kind of blow it all up.
Just the eyes. Like, no, that was great, Barry.
Thank you, Barry.
No, because you said you wanted to have. Listen, don't fuck with me right now, okay? I'm in a vulnerable state. I emotionally.
Hold on. You want me to catch up to you? I got a bottle of that right here around the corner.
Yeah, I know. And they sponsor you. They don't sponsor me. So they stopped getting run on this show.
You can watch a little bit of this game of Fortnite while I go grab my booze real fast.
Do it. Go. No, it's fine. I'll explain to the kids. So listen. Hi. So when a man and a woman love each other, okay? Sometimes at one point, the man is going to press something on your back while you're sleeping. And you're going to be like, what is that? It's 12:30 and hi, sweetie. Oh my God, this show. Listen.
Yes.
Uncle Barry explained, listen, sometimes in your life at 12:30 at night.
Oh, did you do it? Oh, good,
a man is going to press something hard on your back. And you're going to be like, it's 12:30 at night. She stood up. She was like, I think, oh my God, please tell me they can hear that.
You're about to have a sponsorship from Wayfair.com.
Oh God. All right. So you have your whiskey.
What's up?
And they sponsor you, dude. That's badass.
The official sponsors of the After Later podcast, my good friends at Old Humble. Old Humble Straight Whiskey.
You have it trained. That is the best.
Yeah, we're doing live copy together. We're doing a lot of voiceover work here at the Wessling house.
Dude.
But here you go. Hey, cheer. You got yours out?
Okay, fuck. Can I do this? Can I do this one? I'll do this one because I'm still nursing this. Cheers to you, buddy.
Fine. Ting. Here's to you, Barrel.
Thanks for filling in, Wessling.
My pleasure. What
Can
bullshit
always
did
count on
Jesse
you.
Peyton say he broke down on the side of the road?
Oh, dude, listen to this shit. Now, is this not the most, oh, fuck, I forgot text you've ever gotten?
Yeah. I already know. Dude, he's on broke down on the side of the road in a goddamn fucking $100,000 luxury supercar.
Yeah. So that's the thing that the peeps
Skype's
don't
probably
know.
better in that. Yeah, exactly.
So Jesse just bought like a 6-figure car. Jesse has money. He was in poker. He has an app. He had a BMW that was 6 figures. He traded that in for a Nissan, NSX or whatever the fuck he got. But I texted him. I texted him at 3. Huh?
He can do Skype on his phone for fuck's sake.
Oh, in the fucking car. But I said, 301, are you ready? Are you online? I'm dialing you on Skype now. He goes, damn, I got a flat. Motherfucker, you just woke up. You literally just woke up. He said, I'm not home. I'm sorry. I was like, you couldn't have texted? He goes like, I'm sorry. Come on, Jesse. If nobody believes you.
Yeah, he's good at bullshitting.
He is a good bullshitter, but he's a good dude.
What would you say? What would he say? Like if you called and he's like, "Oh, hey, I totally blew this off. I'm just waking up and I'm going to play golf." So,
you know what? I don't know if I would have respected that any more than a well-crafted lie because it probably would have stung a little bit more. But weeks from now, I would have been like, "I get it. I've done that too. We've all done that, John." Well, you've done something where you committed to it, and then the week or two later, you're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do this. And so you come up with some raggedy-ass excuse that you think they really believe because they're like, oh, okay, cool. And you know and they know that this is all a lie. So I just, it's the same thing with this flat tire. We both know,
yes.
It's
all right. It's all fine. It's fine.
We get it. I get it. A well-crafted excuse to get out of something you forgot you committed to and didn't want to do. We've all done that. I'm not mad.
Thing though, Mr. Jesse Peyton, show producer. Now he owes you a gig. You got to put together a big Barry Laminack on deck party time.
Oh, trust me. There's going to be a a show for the deckheads. We've already talked about that. I plan on, once all of this social distancing is done and it's safe, to have a full-fledged show where we can hang out and afterwards. Because I don't just want to do a show and then be like, okay, fuckers, I'm out. I want to do a show and then drink and hang out with the deckheads all night. And so, you know, I want you to be on the show. We've already discussed that. So, you know, Andy Huggins needs to be there. The deckheads, the deckheads, the comics that the deckheads have seen multiple times on this show need to be involved. But I want to do that. But now's just not the time. But no, the reason Jesse was going to be on the show is we're doing one tomorrow in Tomball.
All right, well, I hope you don't get a flat on the way there.
Boy, that would suck, wouldn't it, John?
Oh, no. Just like...
Yeah, I need the money. I'm not fine. You kidding me?
I was booked Sunday night. I'm going to take this thing off. It's fucking irritating me. I was booked on Sunday night at the Improv, and I had totally forgot about it. Like, totally forgot about it. I had one of those outdoor gigs on Saturday night. So I was just hanging out Sunday, just fucking around. It was about 4:00, and I'm just sitting there. And all of a sudden, I flipped through Facebook, and I saw an ad for the show that I'm on. I went, oh, like I literally gasped, like, oh shit, I have a show. Oh, must commence pre-show activities. Time to clean balls and pick a shirt, and you know. It was that moment. It was like I forgot I booked it. I was like, I totally could have went with the I don't feel good.
Yeah, the panic sets in real fast when you're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I've only done that once, so I'm 7 years in. One time, and it was what's her name? That she used to be on the cruise ships with you guys, and she's now at the Woodlands Resort.
Oh, Jamie. Yeah. Right.
She booked me and Huggins on a show, and I'm featuring Huggins as closing, and I just forgot about the show, and it wasn't intentional. No. I took a nap, right? Like I tell Nora I'm gonna take a fucking nap. I ain't got nothing going on. I wake up at, I think I wake up at 7:40. And I grab my phone, because, you know, that's what we all do, right? As soon as you get up, you look at your phone, what happened while I was asleep. Mm-hmm. And I see a text from Huggins that says, are you here yet?
No,
and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I had 5 minutes to get dressed and 15 minutes to get to the resort for showtime. It was the most nerve-wracking thing I've ever done in my life. I get there at 8:10. They're stalling. They're like, oh, there's a problem with the mic. They're making shit up for me.
Yeah, right.
I pull up. Jamie's calling me. She's like, okay, no, it's okay. It's okay. She's the sweetest person in the world. She's like, just pull into the valet. What do you drive? I was like, I'm in a silver, Chevy pickup. She's like, okay, just pull in, get out, tell them you're a comic. They're going to take your car and park it. You're going to go straight on stage. And literally, John, I pulled up, I got out of the car, I walked into the building, they handed me the mic, I walked on stage, I was like, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. It was the worst feeling in the world. I mean, I didn't calm down until like 2 days later.
How'd the show go?
Awful. My set was okay. You know, I mean, I have a certain standard, and if I'm prepared for it, but that shit, I was so rattled. I was so I felt so bad about letting these people down that booked the show, and Andy, because you know Andy's a worrywart anyway.
Oh yeah, no. You feel like Andy thought less to you after?
Yeah, I was like, Andy's like, fuck this guy, he's out of comedy, because you know Andy has that power. Andy can kick you out of comedy if he wants to.
Well, he's like our local union rep.
You know what I mean?
He can't kick you out of comedy, but he can get you decertified, and that's just as bad.
You don't want that smoke. You don't want Huggins being like, you know what? No one fuck with him, because he's like a mafia don. He really is.
Dude, Huggins will go before the tribunal and take away his blessing, and then you're out in the cold. You're out in the fucking cold, man.
Have you ever had some shit like that where you make it, but it's a little late and you're fucked up and you're frazzled and you do the show?
I've had it before, and same kind of thing, and I got let it bug me too much. And there's an old timer named Riley Barber.
Oh yeah, original outlaw comic.
Yeah, it told me a story that really kind of changed my mind about it, especially when it's not just you, but all the comics riding together. And that's, hey, we're not late. because the show don't start until we get here. So at some point, like just sort of go, okay, I'm accepting the fact that I've made a fuck up here. It's going to result in me being late, but I am still the show. So I'm going to call them and say, hey, look, I'm running late. Some shit happened, but I'm on the way. Nothing to worry about. Yeah. And then just don't let it affect your cool, man. Just go in there on the strut and just be like, hey, like you meant to do it. Yeah, I called y'all about it. Oh, check your email. What's going on? Ta-ting, yeah. I'm going to need a drink before we get up there. Do a Topo Chico. Bam. A little snoot off of that. Boom. Are we ready?
Snoot off of that.
Who am I thinking? Right? And then hit the stage in style like fucking like you meant to do it. Meanwhile, in your head, you're like, oh shit, don't sweat.
Oh my God. Your balls are just like all up in your body, literally in your body. I was a wreck, dude. Because for me, it was about disappointing Huggins and this woman who booked me, didn't know me, took it on advice from other people to put me on the show. And I was like, oh, I've blown this. This is awful. I felt terrible.
You blown worse.
Well, you saw that? Okay. Listen.
Yeah.
Do
I have Twitch? I think it's your Twitch.
I'm going to do this. I'm not going to shoot this, Wes. You're doing it straight out of the bottle. I'm just going to, I finished this. That wasn't much.
Catching up.
Yeah, you do. So I polished this off. I am literally down to 2 bottles of whiskey. At one point, there was 6 in this office.
Times are tough, bro. Things got lean. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, the bottles of whiskey aren't flowing as freely as they used to. I feel you.
I need to go. I got to buy some Crown, but I kind of want to run out and be like, sorry, you guys can't get me drunk on a Friday and make me embarrass myself for 2 hours because I'm out of whiskey.
Yeah. Good luck with that. They'll find some other way to do it.
To embarrass me? By the way, you have started something. You and I need to talk about this, and I want to take you to task on air.
Oh, fair. Fair enough. I'll be taking the task. I'm not going out sober.
The BIFNET thing is out of fucking control. Can I tell you, John Wessling, that from your cranium, from your little idea that you had with Mike Liebeshock, which was, by the way, After Later, great podcast, great show with Liebeshock. Go check it out. I now get, like, I literally have the first Venmo of my day was from Keith Sager. Look at this.
Let's say BIFNET on.
Yeah, I'm fucking getting BIFNET. Look, hold on. Look for BIFNET Studios, so that Lawn Talking. You have fucked this up for me. You have forced this upon me.
It's a good idea, and it rings pure and true to the listener because they're like, yeah, that is what they should do.
But here's
it's easier said than done. I know that.
I was gonna say, here's the part that's crazy though, is you literally have created. Not just an idea, but like people are now. I'm on board. I'm literally like, let's go build the BIFNET Studios in the space I have. And then I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck am I talking about?
I'm kidding. Yeah, it's something I learned from my wife. It's how you just sort of trick someone into something being their idea. Like, so you excuse me, I got to go build a hot tub in my pergola. All right, so thanks for stopping by. No, dude, BIFNET's a good idea, man, and I was taking yesterday. I thought about BIFNET yesterday because yesterday was National Radio Day. Which
yes.
I don't know if that was the thing. I never heard of that before. But whatever. That's all cool. Whatever. And seeing all the stuff about 1560s.
Oh yes.
Anniversary. This was 13 years on the 20th since the beginning of 1560. And I'm like, I'm looking at that group of people who are in their original kind of family. And I'm like, well, shit, half of them are on the beach looking for jobs right now. You could put that fucking band back together. You could put together the next one. You could put together just some random day parts, fill up a daily schedule of streams, which is exactly what they did, but with a radio station. You got YouTube. You don't need a fucking radio station anymore. You're getting better than you could 13 years ago. So I was like, on the dime, we could put together a new ragtag bunch of assholes and put together some programming, and it'd be the exact same thing.
If you had your option of putting together a lineup like a 1560 did, and let's say that I came to you and said, okay, John, you win. Fuck it. I'm going to do BIFNET. There's going to be Barry on Deck. There's going to be After Later. But we'll figure out where those fall. But if I came to you actually and said, you know what? fuck after later, fuck Barry on deck. Let's start from scratch. What is your ideal lineup based on the pool of people you have right now available? What kind of lineup are you putting together?
Well, that's a big question. So this is like I just watched Rick and Morty last night where they're doing the heist episode.
I don't watch Rick and Morty.
Oh, it's great. Love it. Anyway, so this is the part where we assemble a crew. We got to put the crew together. Okay. So in the crew, I definitely want to have Raheel.
Okay.
Raheel's an anchor, man. That kid right there. You have I don't know what day part he'd like, but whatever one he wants,
he gets.
Give it to him. Right.
Is he the star? Does Raheel outshine you and me and everybody else involved in this? Is he the pinnacle?
God, I hope so. Or I hope that he works like he does, because I'll work like I want to be. You know what I mean? And that's the trick, because everyone is the star of their 2-hour window or whatever we just determine the links with the programming would be.
Okay.
But fuck yeah, this bright ass constellation. I want to be a fucking star for this thing to work.
So you start with Raheel.
See. Craig Levati, yeah, I want to have him. He'd be like sort of the Ken Hoffman was for 1560 back then. I'd get Craig because he's a little tight and on all levels.
Yes.
If you're still focusing on sports a little bit, I'd say you definitely got to have MK Bauer. MK Bauer.
Tell me about MK, because I don't know a lot about MK Bauer, but tell the people about MK Bauer. And I'm just putting you on screen because I'm giving you, so don't freak out. Every time I do this on the show, people are like, did I lose you? I'm like, no, I'm just trying to add production value by going full screen with my guest.
Camera switch. I'll cheers to the people since we're talking about BIFNET details there. Baby.
Okay, so you've got Raheel, you've got Craig Levati. MK Bauer is intriguing because I'm not familiar. You've actually said, look, you got to have MK Bauer on your show, and I plan to do that because of you.
I don't even know if he's currently writing for anybody, but I met him years ago when I was in sports media. He was writing for a couple different papers, websites, and the guy's great, man. I mean, the guy is great. And I had him on my old sports podcast, Ripped Foul. I think I did 2 or 3 episodes with him, and that dude. And I had him as guests on my show all the time. When they were talking years ago about the time for diversity in sports talk, his name was the one I put out and said you'd be fools not to have him on right now. He's like a local Bomani, and
really,
dude. Absolutely. And he never gotten a break, never gotten a sniff. So whenever I hear people talk about how African American voices don't get a shot on sports radio, he's like one of the number one guys I think about. He was hustling, he was doing all the guest spots and shit like that, trying to get a break and never caught one. And I was like, that dude was too damn good. Damn good. And you talk about everything, lifestyle, everything.
Here's what I'm going to do, just because of this conversation, is I'm going to reach out, because you've been telling me, you gave me a list of people I need to talk to, and it was a great list. And I've just been lazy, right? Like I did the solo week, and I was like, okay, I can do solo. I had 3 guests this week. I'm going to commit to try to get him on the show next week.
Yeah, dude, if he's around and available. Yeah, absolutely. You'd like, because real heavy sports, dude. Like you got a busy NBA day. MK Bauer, absolutely.
Okay.
I'd say that.
Perfect.
So anyway, we got MK Bauer.
Yep.
Who else local was I thinking that would be?
I don't want to put words in your mouth, so I'm going to let you do this. But I have ideas.
Well, who would you go back and forth? Let's volley this back and forth, because I don't think it necessarily has to 100% just be local. I've got ideas for people all over.
Okay. I mean, for me, I would have to add Mike Liebeshock to the list.
Oh yes. I'm sorry. I thought I started with Mike. Yeah. Thank you.
So you've got Raheel, you got MK Bauer, you've got Liebeshock, right? Those 3 for sure, and Craig Levati. So that's 4. Right. But that doesn't necessarily mean they have to have their own show. You could combine them. Right? Like maybe you put MK Bauer and Liebeshock together and create a show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would that be a good show?
I think that would shock and MK would fucking actually be an amazing show. I'd put them on in the day part right before you.
Okay.
I'd put them noon to 2.
Okay.
It's a perfect midday. And if I'd give Raheel mornings, let's find someone else for an afternoon show, and then I'll take nights.
I dig it. So you're going to do, now are you doing 4 to 7? Are you drive time guy?
I don't know. That's another thing we got to look at. We can stick to old fashioned radio format and day parts, but is that necessarily going to line up with what the actual prime times are on internet usage? I mean, are people
true?
When's the modern drive time when no one's driving, or
because people aren't watching YouTube when they drive, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, right. So you almost ignore the drive times. You ignore the 6 to 8 in the AM and ignore the 4 to 6 PM. Really, because if those are the times where everyone's in transit. That's kind of.
I like it. So basically, our BIFNet schedule is 7 to 9. Now, is every show 2 hours or 3? Or does it depend?
I think it really does depend. It depends who you got that wants to be able to do it.
Right.
And can sustain the show. But even dude, shows don't even technically linearly have to run one into the other. You can have a 9 to 11.
And then 12 to, yeah.
Well, and then that hour, if you want to keep the stream going, you just replay hits. You replay best of.
True.
Gives you more spots to play those ads. You got that ad inventory.
You got it. Yeah. We got to make money.
Do a 12 to 2, 2 to 4. During that drive time, you just play best of hours from previous episodes.
I'm interested to see from the chat. I like to involve the peeps, the deckheads. Who would the chat want? Like, okay, so we've said Shock, Raheel, MK Bauer.
Forget it.
Huh?
We need women. We need some.
We do. Craig Levati, Wessling and myself. If you're in the chat, if we didn't mention a name yet, and you had one draft pick to add to the BIFNet lineup, who is it? Now, you can't be like, oh, I want John Granado. That's not. He's fucking doing a show with Lance. It's the bench. But
no one who currently has a job is eligible for this draft.
Right. Okay, now early on. Oh, look at House. Look above. House. Trey Tutson.
Trey would be damn good, dude.
Trey would be strong. Jong Lee coming in. Now, see, for me, I would probably make Jong like the boss of BIFNet.
Yeah.
I would probably be like Jong. You could do on air. Maybe you and Michael Carroll do the comics. What is it? Comicast. But I would want Jong running things. Jong needs to be the boss. He's the smartest person of all of us. So he would have to be the boss.
You got to gauge his feelings on BIFNet. See if they
True. Dusty, now which Dusty? Is this Dusty Rhodes, the female comedian, or Dusty Slay, the male comedian? I need to know which one you're talking about, House.
Rhodes, I guess the local would be Rhodes. She's been on your show. And
you talked about a female presence. Dusty she knows her sports. She knows baseball. She knows whiskey. She knows comedy. She's entertaining. She's smart. She's intelligent. Yeah.
I fold her in with Pat McClellan and get the Lima Time guys involved in BIFNet.
Ooh.
This is a big tent. BIFNet is a big tent.
McClellan and Dusty with an Astros-centric show.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, you
pretty
get
fucking
them
strong.
to what they already do with Lima Time with James Yasko from Astros County.
Yeah. Okay, back to the chat. So we've got
Pat Starr. No Pat Starr. I don't know if anyone recommended that name yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and veto.
Yeah, I don't know listen. Since my name is in the fucking Biff, the B is Barry. I'm gonna say real quick, no molesters of children, of women, of animals. If you have molested anything or have plans to molest, you're not in BIFNet. Okay. So, Luis Zelaya said Tessa Barrera. I love Tessa, and I can't wait to do another episode with her. She's probably not doing it.
Yeah, we can't afford her. She's already...
Can't afford her.
Yeah,
She's a superstar. She's a superstar. Clarence said Rachel and Holly. Not bad. Not bad at all.
I don't know what their current situation is.
Well, I don't want to spill the tea, John.
Oh, yeah.
But I got a text from Rachel today that said, hey, great news. I'm taking over the Houston Sports Show on radio. I'm the new main host and producer of Houston Sports Show, which, as you guys know, I've filled in on several times. It's on Sundays from 8 to 10 on ESPN 97.5. So congratulations to Rachel. So I would imagine, Clarence, you will get some Rachel and Holly on that show going forward. So it sounds like she kind of has a gig. She might be eliminated just because of it.
That might be. That's like we said anyone who already has a job in radio is eliminated, but I think you also got to leave the door open to part timers.
Yep.
Weekend gigs, broke show kind of situation. If you're in one of those things, then you get to be like Suge Knight trying to get people to, hey, come on over here if you don't want the.
If you're tired of your producers all up in your mix, if you're tired of your PDs all up on your shows, come on over to BIFNET. And then I'll run you over with my car later and end up in jail and broke and destitute. Jen said Julie Takahashi. Oh, that's royalty right there.
Bravo. Excellent.
That is royalty.
Jen, take the rest of the day off. You earned it. You nailed it.
Justin Kelm with the sleeper pick of the draft, of the BIFNET draft, which is what this has turned into, John. We have basically created the BIFNET draft. Justin Kelm checks in with Trey.
Ooh, strong.
Very strong. Now, Trey, I'll be honest. I love Trey. You guys know I love Trey. I got a text from Trey when I was continuously mentioned on another person's show and a time slot that I used to occupy. I'll just say that. But Trey was like, I got your back, homie. I love you. You're my buddy. I love Trey. So I want to preface this by saying Trey's my guy. But I wouldn't give Trey more than 30 minutes. I feel like if you consume more than 30 minutes of Trey at a time, you're like, I can't handle this anymore.
Well, then that's what you do. You take those weird hours in between your shows and you just fill them with 30-minute bursts, almost like people's podcast episodes.
People want Trey Tutson's wife to be included in Trey's show.
Well,
she's a beast.
Package deal.
Truck driver Pookie said Chingo Bling. He's doing his own thing. I love Chingo, and people have asked me to bring him back on the show, but I'm like, he's busy, he's popular, he doesn't need me. He's not. I mean, I'm sure if I asked Chingo to come back, he would, but it would be, he'd be like, bro, I got so much shit to do. Yeah.
Dude, what about a combo show? Maybe a once weekly, Chingo and Juan Villarreal.
Ooh.
High AF with Chingo and Juan.
Wow. I thought you were going to say Chingo and like a Paul Wall, which would be fucking awesome.
We can't even afford Chingo, much less the Paul Wall.
No. KMFG said Chank, Chance McClain, and Frank Bullington.
If you could put that band back together,
the Blue Light Cemetery show would be great BIFNET audio. If you don't know what that is, go back and do your research on 1560, the original.
You'll go get right with God and come back to us on that one. That's a no.
Truck and Taco said, what about Jerome? Jerome, I guarantee you, if I asked Jerome to do maybe like I don't think he would do a whole show on BIFNET, but if I asked him to be like like a weekly guest on all the different shows, Jerome would do that.
I think so. And I wanted to mention Jerome because Jerome Solomon, dude, I'll tell you, that guy is on top of his game and brings a boatload of credibility.
Yep.
I'd say, you know what I would say? I would make him the sports director.
Ooh, that's strong.
I'm saying it's a position that he's not going to be required to carry an air shift, but he can pop on, do commentary.
Right.
As you can hop in. Whenever there's like legit stuff he needs to be talked about, he can bring actual factuals to it instead of our just usual dumbassery.
Yes, we have basically, John, what you just said is it would finally give BIFNET some credibility.
Well, you need it. Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, because we have none at this point. We would have none.
This took off. You need someone who actually can answer the emails and get you everybody credentialed and say, yeah, I vouch for them. They're good. They're not.
Yeah, I know. They all look like fucking idiots, but they're okay. They're okay. Somebody said have Juggalo Trey read the commercial breaks. Now, he would be the voice of BIFNET.
Well, he's the new Locke Siebenhausen. For those who don't know Houston radio history.
Oh my God, John! That's so perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he really is the new Locke Siebenhausen. And again, if you don't know that reference, not only was it really good, really strong, go look it up. Locke was a staple on Stevens and Pruitt. Is that still the gold standard, by the way, Wessling, in Houston radio? Stevens and Pruitt, is that the show that everyone strives to be? Has there ever been a better show in the history of radio in this city? Period. No, sports or otherwise.
Well, there's the country one. I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of it. There was not a country version of Stevens and Pruitt, but there was a long-lasting morning show that was, oh goddamn, I can't remember it, on KJ97. Not Hudson and Harrigan. That was actually, I guess it actually was. It may have been
Hudson and Harrigan.
Yeah, but same kind of thing. Yeah, I'll tell you what, if not the style, the numbers, dude, they're pulling in shares that sound like you couldn't those kind of shares and ratings in North Korea with the fucking Kim Jong-un giving a speech. We're talking like basically everybody, just everybody in a fucking car in 1988 was driving around in the morning listening to Rock 101 KLOL. That's just pretty much. So in that regard, the success of it, like Howard Stern didn't have success in New York the way that Stevens and Pruitt had it in Houston.
That's crazy, right? And I remember because you had Boner and Locke Stephenhausen and then Stevens and Pruitt and then all the characters that they did. And the crazy thing is they would do stuff that now I'm like, it's so stupid that you would be into that. But they would have strippers on the show and they didn't have a Twitch stream. They didn't have a way to see the titties.
Oh, no, it was all theater.
You would listen to dudes talk about titties and be like, that is so badass.
Dude, yeah, I had a pleasure to get to be a part of the Stevens and Pruitt and the Grego Pruitt and Boner show right when right at the end of S&P and the beginning of GP. And it was an amazing environment for that. It was all theater of the mind, and they were wizards at making that room buzz like that, you know? So that's something that we could definitely strive for us being able to do on these kind of shows. I mean, dude, right now, you and me, we both got, semi-professional-ish mics, better technology than they had then.
True.
And we can sit here, I'm in my house, you're at your house, and we're sitting here rapping and having a good time. There's no way that it's impossible for us to loop in 2 or 3 more people, have someone sort of producer running the board and have a clock and to do all that. It's a very, very small leap from what you're already doing to what we're talking about doing with BIFNet.
What's crazy is that in the chat, I don't know if you have it up. You can't see it.
Normally I do, but I didn't this time.
But the chat, they're literally like, oh, I'll do promo. I'll do sales. I'll do all the deckheads are like, fuck it. Let's just, we have a whole staff. We have a whole crew.
This is pirate radio vibe right here. This is how it starts. You just gotta start doing it. Penguin
Crazy's like, look, I can spin a wheel like a motherfucker. I'll do promotions. Which is so great. It's such a great reference because that is literally radio promotions 101. You show up, you set up a wheel, you have koozies, DVDs, stickers, pins, and fucking, I don't know, maybe a kerchief or some shit. And then you spin the wheel and you give them one of those. And that's how people promote radio. Don't you feel like, though, John, and we're almost out of time, but don't you feel like that's an antiquated way to promote?
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, it's just you go to the live event places where people are, where you got them in a bottleneck, you got them in a squeeze chute, and then you throw free shit at them. That's the idea. It's really that's what I would do. If we ever had a BIFNet tent at a Dynamo game or whatever the fuck it would be. You have a thing where there's a street festival vibe, and I would just have the t-shirt gun, the little air that you shoot. And I would just have it loaded with prizes, and just people just blast them and festoon them with shit. Just boom.
Can we? Now maybe this is the empty bottle of whiskey talking, but how fun would it be to go to a Dynamo game or a Saber Cats game, and have BIFNet dildos that we shot at the crowd? T-shirts. Could you imagine the publicity we would get if we shot rubber dicks at the crowd? John, every news outlet in this country would be like, these fucking idiots from this thing called BIFNet that nobody knows what the fuck it is, were shooting rubber dicks at people at a rugby game.
Dude, I got even better. Know what we'll do is how you're good with the merch.
Okay.
People bring in the beach balls to the games and you throw them out in the crowd. So it looks like before you inflate it, it just looks like a beach ball. But when you inflate it, it's a big rubber gigantic dick with BIFNet on it. And then you get a soccer game and the fans are bouncing dicks around the crowd. Then not only do you go viral in America, they're gonna eat that shit up in Europe, bro. And BIFNet is fucking worldwide.
Oh my god,
BIFNet is global.
Now, people are saying that it should be, Hugh said it should be the Barry and John show, a.k.a. the BJ show.
Oh, yeah, I see what you did
I didn't even put that together.
Yeah, well.
That's not bad. And, hey, listen, we could put the BJ show on rubber dicks and a big inflatable one, and I feel like the Sabercats would be like, it's publicity. Come on in, guys. You know, the Astros are going to be like, no, you're not coming in and shooting rubber dicks at the Astros fans. But the Sabercats, the Skeeters, will be like, that sounds like a Tuesday. Let's do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the trick. Yeah, you don't go for the big way. Like, oh, we got to go get credentials, go to Texans games. Fuck that. At best, you the parking lot, and that's your coverage of the game. You know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, go to the weird ones that'll let us in.
I don't know why I had masks made. I should have had rubber dicks made. What am I doing? Barry on deck dick. Like, what am I doing? I could have had that this whole time.
Next pandemic, we'll have it down.
Dude, this was outstanding. Wessling, you know I love you, but you are the fucking man to jump in like this last second and help me fill an hour with fun and craziness and bullshit. I appreciate you, buddy.
Well, brother, thanks, man. It was nice. I feel like I'm pulling a Mr. Rogers here. Like it's Fallout 76. Well, time to get back out into the hellscape that is our modern world. Appreciate you having me. Nice to feel human for a second. I'm going to go round up the dead in my neighborhood. Y'all be good now.
I love the Fallout 76 reference. That is so good. Oh my God. That's why you're who you are and you're so good at what you do. That was fucking outstanding. Dave, how can people follow you if they haven't? And I'm hoping all the deckheads have, but if they can't, how can they?
Well, most of them have, and I sure do appreciate the love and support of the deckheads, and the feeling is mutual, I assure you, and it's sexual in a deep, deep way. But you can always follow me at John Wessling on Twitter, JOHNWESSLING, or the podcast Twitter, After Later, AFTERL number 8, letter ER. Other than that, you know, just keep supporting all the fine stuff that you guys do here at Barry on Deck, man. Congrats on and good job on the food bank thing, man. Let's do a Habitat for Humanity shit. Let's go
yes, we do need to do that.
Go fuck up some sheetrock, man. For the people.
You know what? We talked about it after when we all went to the food bank. Afterwards, the 8 of us talked about it, and we said, look, maybe once a month is too much, but once a quarter, let's do something. So with Thanksgiving coming up and Christmas, we talked about maybe sponsoring a family for Thanksgiving and or Christmas. But next year, 2021, if this show is still going, if this is still a thing, which I don't want to assume it will be, I hope it is. But if it's still going, then I would love nothing more than to do a Habitat for Humanity with the deckheads and you involved. And we can do an after later, you know, we'll figure it out. But yes, I would love to do that.
Dude, you know what else would be cool? Since you got so many like food people, let's fry some fucking turkeys for the less fortunate.
I'm down for that too. Cowboy Fam could lead the charge on that. Absolutely. Dude,
Synergy,
thank you,
motherfuckers. That's what BIFNet's all about.
No, it's not BIFNet yet, John. That was all just imaginary. That's not a thing yet.
BIFNet.
Guys, that's John Wessling. I mean, you talk about clutch. You talk about a guy coming in at the last second and filling in. Mr. Wessling, I love you, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Guys, give it up for John Wessling. He did it again every time. Every fucking time that this show needs John Wessling, he shows up. And not only does he show up, but he performs at a level that you just couldn't prepare for. That second hour flew by and we didn't really accomplish anything other than having a fucking fun time. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about my guest not showing up, but you know what? We got John Wessling, and I'll take that every time. If you tuned in this week, if you sent a super chat, if you hung out, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I love each and every one of you. I'm so proud to be associated with you guys. I'm happy to call you family. I love this Deckhead family, and we're going to keep going. Until Monday, you guys, do me some favors. Be safe. Be kind. And most importantly, love each other. I'll see you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Daddy's making a YouTube video!